Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Trials of Crossbell 2. This is Wishblend reporting in. We are in the lovely city of Roer. Alicia's home and currently occupied by the Noble Alliance. So we basically snuck into the city and got to get to all these red locations. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To basically sort ourselves out. Okay, so where do we start? Here, I guess. Oh, I never expected that to bump into all of you around here. It's Hugo. Hello, it's great to see you again. Well, seeing Becky told us you had disappeared. So they're both doing well then, good. In fact, why don't you give me the rundown of what you've been up to all this time? You got me curious now. So Becca's on the courageous now, is she? Of course she is. I can hardly think of a more Becky move. But you're here on business. His company is one of the RF store's biggest clients, so that doesn't really surprise me. That's right, it was breakingly difficult, but once it helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Hamdar. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country. Always calmest in the eye of the storm, you know? That just makes sense, even though Fiona wasn't exactly safe when she was there. Relatives are now reformists and class 7 members are a notable exception, but I could see it being a safe place for most. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind, the city is not without its problems. The flow of information is under tighter lockdown than anywhere else. Ordinary citizens can't even approach the palace by foot or by vehicle. And no one knows where the Imperial family is, or what's going on within the Alliance. For that matter, nobody's got an idea what they tend to do next. Because you haven't heard anything about where Angelica or my mother could be? Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Roer since the war started, but I haven't heard a peep out about them. It's not like I can stroll into the Ryan's corporate HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry, I can't be of more help. Don't be. You've given us plenty of useful information as it is. But just be careful if you keep up all this city hopping, okay? Right back at you. And give my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Okay. So, do this ground floor area, I guess. Ah, I know that hair. Lindy. Glad to see you doing well. That's my line. I've missed you. What are you doing in Roer? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare? So Vivid's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, she's our observer on the courageous right now. How wonderful. We're always happy to deliver good news. I'm sure Vivi would be thrilled to know that we found you as well. Well, more so than usual, I mean. So you've been working here part-time? That's right, I escaped the academy with a small group of people, and after a while we all ended up in Roer. Although, to be honest, I've been going a little stir-crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi. I've been so worried. I couldn't mess up because to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own though. Yeah, not a great strategy that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have heard anything about Angelica or Irene Wyford's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Oh no, please don't worry about it. Well, something's clearly happened behind closed doors in this town, so we're going to keep investigating. But you don't have to worry about that. We can handle it on our own. You just keep doing what you're doing. If you insist, be careful. If there's anything, ever anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. We will, thanks. Okay, so that's... I think that's the ground floor done. Roer Airport. Must do that one.
Been a while since we were last in Roer Airport.
Yeah, not since our field study here.
Definitely interesting. I think this is the same airline we boarded back in Bearhard. It might be. It's not like we'll put an end to the air travel. I don't see the Lithuania around here anywhere though. Not that it comes as a huge surprise. Why does that name sound familiar? It's a huge luxury passenger liner built by the Third Factory. It's one of the company's most famous creations, but from what I've heard, it was seized by the Alliance. Worse yet, Duke Cain supposedly made his personal ship too. It looks like the rumours might actually be true. That guy's unbelievable. He probably wouldn't have dared if Chen was in her rightful position. Putting that aside for now, we should look around, maybe find something more useful around here. Are you the students on Thor's? Good to see you all again. I'm Peyton. Remember, I was a mechanic on the Courageous for a while. I planned on heading back home to Liberl, but that really didn't work out. It's already up out there as soon as I can, but until I figure out how I'm working here at the airport. If there's anything I can do for you, don't think twice about asking. I'm happy to try and help you all out. Now there's nobody else down there. Got one over there and one up here. Head Roer to sightsee with my grandson. I thought I stayed away because I've heard this place full of lots of town full of commoners. This is my first time visiting. Oh, one less snobby people. Platforms with exclusive using your Liberl lines right now. We've got this high ranking guy show for our no to imagine art to land all the time. It's pretty nerve wracking. Nobody's using it right now, so feel free to take a look around. Just don't touch anything, alright? Okay, so anything along the platform? Ah, Ricky, where are you? Are you still looking for Ricky? I know you're supposed to be somewhere in Roer, but I hope you find some clues as to where you've gone. Okay, I'd at least my airliner has just arrived. If you plan to board it, I suggest you purchase tickets as soon as possible. Roer's not as good place it used to be, it's a damn shame. Feels like the Nebels throwing their weight around a lot more these days. Now, I'm not saying I've got anything against Nebelicha as such. I mean, I do business with them, but they're a pain in the rear. Guess that's the airport done. Up the escalator we go. Oh, this one looks the same as it ever did, except for the new guards, of course. Yeah, it sure was an official army last time we were staying here. Angelica did say Mother was locked away somewhere, and it definitely didn't sound like this was the place. I'm sure the thing is pretty chaotic inside with her officially missing though. G'day, Lord Ragnar. Please let me take your belongings. Good man. That's... you know that guy? We're not exactly friends, but yeah. He's the director of the first factory, Heiger Ragnar. He's also Angelica's uncle. Oh my, it feels as though work will never end. Serving as a group's acting chairman is no easy task. It's no wonder I really, end up falling ill at work like this. I do hope she's be fit to return to work before too long. Indeed. If you need me, I'll be unwinding on the 24th floor for the time being. Bring some tea along later, would you mind? I'm much obliged. I would have asked the chairman's maid for her, but alas, she's nowhere to be found. But sir, that floor is... what was that, Dalton? Is there something you want to say to me? No sir, not at all. Did he say acting chairman? So that guy is standing in for your mother, Alisa. You mentioned her being ill too. What a load of nonsense. There's no way she's sick. And that aside, the 24th floor is my family's home. That's right, that's where we stayed to on our fields today. It may be part of one of the 4 great houses, but that does not excuse taking advantage of the chairman's absence to do as he pleases. But staying in someone else's home anybody really feels wrong. Oh, it does. It'd be one thing if we just took over the company, but this feels like he's trampling on our personal lives too. Still, given the way things are right now, there's no way we can get any closer to the building. Yeah, we're going to have to gather information somewhere else right now. Okay. Chapel and the residence.
I'm pleased to hear that everything seems to be going well for you. I believe it was the goddess's guidance that brought you here after all. I may be limited in what I can do to aid you, but know that you have my full support.
Thank you, Father. I will keep striving to do everything I can. Now, if you'll excuse me. Welcome to Roer Cathedral. Have you all come to pray for the goddess's guidance?
Why are you wearing boots?
Strange. I've never seen her around here before.
I guess she must be new. Kind of an odd time to take your vows as a sister, huh?
True. I guess the church may be working on its own independent initiatives to bring the war to an end. That's very possible.
Hey May, if it isn't young Alisa. I wasn't expecting to see you here at a time like this. Are you sure it's alright for you to be walking around in public like this? The soldiers have been looking for you. I should be fine, thanks for looking out for me though. Glad to see not much has changed here in the cathedral. Just that new sister. You must be referring to Sister Quayle. Yes, I understand it just seems odd time for a new sister to join us, but she's some special case, so we're taking care of her for the time being. Should you ever require our aid, you don't need to hesitate to ask for it. The church never abandons those in need. Thank you, Father. I'll definitely keep you in mind. So that just leaves all done apart from this residency home. Oh, I do. Teacher. Oh my, if it's in class 7. Instructor Mary. It's great to see you, Instructor. Nice to see you again. I can't believe my eyes. This all feels like a wonderful dream. If it is, I don't want to be woken up. I managed to flee twisted with a number of students until a while ago, and together we made our way here. I've been staying at Mint's house ever since. I'm not sure where she is right now. Sadly, we were all together at one point, but next I looked and she was gone. Yeah, she mentioned that, but there's no need to worry about her. She's been flying around with us on board the Courageous. Really? That's fantastic news. Oh, Adius, thank you so much. But wait, what are you doing here in the first place? Well, I see. It's hard to avoid the unpleasant rumours about the Marquis and his family of late. I haven't seen Angelica for quite a while either. I just hope she's alright. Well, we'd better get back to looking for clues. I'm afraid we need to be off now, Instructor. It was great to see you again. Likewise. I won't stop you from doing what you're doing, but try not to expose yourself to more danger than necessary. Duly noted. Won't help though, because then you have a way of finding us.
We're not getting anywhere. Especially when the Alliance has this city so completely under control.
That's for sure. Wandering around's given us a lot of information, but none of it actually relates to why we're here. Could there be something we're missing?
It's mine.
I can't imagine you're getting a call from someone on the Courageous either. There's no way they're within calling range.
Well, only one way to find out who our mystery caller is. Hello?
Is that you, Alisa? It's Yuna. How have you been?
Yuna, what a pleasant surprise. I'm doing just fine. How about you?
Me too. But more to the point, I realize this is a bit sudden, but could you come meet me at the diner? We've got something really important to discuss with you.
If it's that important, then sure. Hold on. How did you even know I was back in Roer?
I'll tell you that when I see you. Anyway, later.
Wait, hold on.
Classic.
She hung up on me.
Pure classic, that is.
Yuna's one of your friends, right?
That's right. She told me she has something important to talk to us about. She wants us to meet her at Devance's diner near the city's west exit.
It's not like we've got any better leads. Let's head on over.
Well, it's open. There aren't any customers in there, though. Yuna, Devance, are you in there?
Oh, there you are. It's open. Come on in.
Well, if you say so.
Thanks.
Yuna, Devance!
Hey there, Alisa. I see you've got your friends with you.
Oh, I've missed you, Alisa. I'm so happy to see you're all right.
Yeah, same here. So, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, you know.
Please, allow me to explain. I've been eagerly anticipating your arrival, Class 7.
A sister? Wait, didn't we just meet you back in the cathedral? What brings you here?
Wait a second. You sound a lot like... Are you... You couldn't be.
Oh, but I am.
It really is you.
Angelica?
Oh, hey, guys. I sure wasn't expecting you to come all the way out here after our talk.
Yeah, right.
I never would have expected to find you in that getup of all things. You're the last person I picture when I think sister, so the thought never even crossed my mind.
Then my disguise worked even better than I thought it would. Finally, all that crap that got drilled into my head on how to be a lady while growing up came in handy.
I suppose that works, even if it's not exactly how it was intended.
Moving right along. What made you disguise yourself in the first place?
Oh, I'll explain that while I'm bringing you up to speed on everything else. Devance, you mind bringing out some hot drinks for us?
Sure thing.
Well, we found one of them. So that's how you end up coming here. I shouldn't tell you guys not to, or you would have made you do the exact opposite. What else do you think you would do? We couldn't just ignore it. What if you were in trouble? The situation here is even worse than I thought it'd be like, too. Roer seems to have complete control over the whole company. I'm afraid so. About half of the factories in town have been shut down. The ones that are still active are being used to make arms and the like for the Noble Alliance. Word is, they're using it to make more soldats too. The people here appear to be increasingly unhappy with the nobility too. Did you run away from home because you wanted to try and do something about what's happening here? Basically, yeah. I'm the daughter of the family that rules this province. I figured I've got to try and do something. Right now, I'm in the middle of gathering supporters within the provincial army and the city. Two of which are Defense and Yoda. Knowing that you have supporters in the provincial army as well as is certainly encouraging. Wait, is that soldier who allowed us to come into the town one of them? You got it. He must have noticed you were friends of mine and decided to let you through. That said, I don't have all that many supporters in the army, but most are still loyal to my father. As surprising as it may be, my father feels kind of guilty about the occupation of Hemdar. He does? That really is a surprise. His partner for Grey Houses, I assume he was in favour of all the stuff the Alliance is doing. He's no fan of the reformists, but his loyalty to His Majesty is genuine. I guess he's just one example of how the Alliance isn't totally united from within. Just before I left home, we ended up getting in a big argument, and right in the middle of it he shouted, "If you're so damn sure you're right, prove it to me with brute force." I'm not sure how to respond to that. It sounds a lot more manly than I was expecting. Reminds me of Dad, basically. Still, if he's willing to listen that way, it must be he has doubts for what the Alliance is doing, right? That's what I figure. Anyway, right now he's taking command of the army over the Swords of Drake's barrier. Meanwhile, a few soldiers there are waiting for my word to act. And we've got a few armoured cars and soldiers available to us too. So when the time comes, I intend to give my father exactly what he wants. I'll beat my way into him. As you can see, there's not really much you can do. This is between me and my father. It's a wrong family issue. I'm happy you cared enough to come all the way here, but would you mind leaving this to me? But I'm afraid I can't do that. This isn't just a Ragnar family issue. Roer and above all else, the Roman company are both just as involved. Maybe you could argue that it's nothing to do with my classmates, but it has everything to do with me. Yeah, I guess so. You want to settle things with your father and with your own hands, and I want to rescue my mother with mine. So please, Angelica, will you let me help you? Well, you're really something, Alisa. I still say it has plenty to do with us too. We could possibly sit by not as Roer as it is, and your mother being held captive, Alisa. We've come all the way out here. We might as well do something. You're all sure? And besides, not only did we receive plenty of help from your mother, Alisa, but you helped us too, Angelica. You helped us to point out Andrew and your father and get an expelled from the academy, remember? Can't you give us a chance to pay you back for all we owe you? Me getting pulled out of Thor's wasn't your fault at all. I just wanted to rebel against father, and I paid the price for it. Now that anything I say would dissuade you, now that you made your mind up, I know how you guys work. And it's okay? Yeah, I'll be happy to have your help. Let's settle things with my father, rescue Arena, and put things back to normal in Roer. Together. Woohoo! We can do this. Yeah. All sorted. Thank you. I'm so glad I'm able to meet up with you, Angie. What are you wearing? I make for a pretty hot sister, don't I? I'm glad I got a chance to show you my perfect and also very beautiful disguise, so I still had it on. Yeah, for enough adios. Anyway, we're gonna stay and help Angelica with what she's been doing. We should be able to free Roer from the Alliance's control. Okay, and we'll do all we can to support you from here. Do you know where the chairman is then? Actually, hold on. Didn't you say you found out where she's been held, Angelica? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet, have I? She's up at the Azure iron mine. More specifically, she's on board the Evans Grag that's currently stopped in the freight station. I'll show you the way once we get there. Yep, graph. High-speed royal train. We last saw it on our way to the Grey Fortress, didn't we? It was seized by the Alliance, and then my uncle decided it was his to play with. It's pretty busy on the inside, and she's not been treated all that badly. But the real problem is the security. It's all being handled by Jaegers. I know what you mean. From what I've heard, Dodo was never able to look my mother in the eye. You could tell that he wants her to as far away as possible so he can wrest control of the company. But since he's limited in how far he can actually go, he's put her there. And if what you're saying is right, once you rescue your mother, regaining control of the company shouldn't be so difficult. Yep, rescuing your mum is going to be the hard point. Everything from there should be downhill. It means that you won't need to worry about her being used as a hostage against you. Plus, you'll be able to focus on things like the Structure barrier without needing to worry about things in Roer. Sounds like we're good to go. So just review the operation one more time. First we get the iron mine free arena. Then we rescue the Rumble Company's headquarters from Angelica's uncle and place him under arrest. Third, we head to the barrier and settle things with her father. So that's a lot to do, and we're going to need to be quick about it. We'd have to give the Marcus time to come to us before we can go to him. Yeah, we're going to need to make sure we've got all we need before we start, and once we start, listen, no turning back. We're going to need you two for backup, George. Count on us. We're waiting as close to her as we possibly can do so we can rush in if you need us. Take care and good luck. Thanks guys. Okay, let's get ready and head to the mine. Right. So basically, Angelica is the person in charge in the lead because she gets bonuses. Okay.
Well then, off we go.
Dare I ask if you intend to travel dressed like that?
Naturally, I'm as loved as Adios herself around these parts.
Is this really her?
Nigel says that all students at the Fantasy Academy Trust have been locked up inside the palace. Lines of nothing more than a bunch of inhuman monsters. How could you lock up a sweet girl like Linda? Well, she did deserve that kind of treatment. Wait, did I say Linda again? I meant Lindy. Okay, so we are going out on the highway. This one, I believe, is the target we have to head for. Never expect to see a highway with such tight security. Not that surprising when you consider where it leads. The last thing Father wants is trouble on his doorstep. My supporters and the intended gathering point is this way. Mind if we stop by on our way to the barrier? Sounds like a good idea to me. We might as well know where we need to be. We have to be careful. The road ahead might have a lot of eyes and we really don't want to get caught. Okie dokie. Oh, loads of chests. But, my friends, that is the end of this episode. So, if you're enjoying it, hit a like, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to sign up to the channel. You're subscribing now by clicking on the subscription button in the bottom right corner if you're enjoying it. And yeah, I'll see you later. See ya.